Angel, be quiet, girl. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I fired the stream and then stepped away from the computer for a second. How you guys doing today? What do we got in here? Am I playing a GG tonight? What do you mean a GG? So I've made a couple of changes. I'll go over them in a few minutes. No, I'm not going to Gamers Guild tonight. I don't go on Thursdays. I might go play Standard tomorrow, but that means I have to put together a Standard deck, and I don't know if I want to. Like, I don't know. I might put together Cyclops again and just go have fun tomorrow night, but I don't know. Depends how I feel after work. But anyways, what I've been messing around with this week is I'm trying out Vendetta here. Um, just as a 1 mana removal spell. I want to see if on average it saves me more life than Dismember. Not sure yet. Haven't really got enough testing in to be sure. But what I ended up doing was I cut the remands, the think twice, and then the shadowed out. The shadowed out went to the sideboard to fit in going back up to the 5th discard spell, and then I fit in the Vendetta and the Faraway. I've been looking at Jundulus lately and like just the general black green X style decks and trying to get a feel for how they run and what makes them tick because I feel like this deck actually has a lot of similarities in playstyle. Whereas early game you're just trying to trade one for one and gain incremental card advantage from a couple of your cards. Like for us, it would be Spellstutter Sprite. Getting to counter something gives you a little 2-for-1. Bitter Blossom is kind of equates to Bob in that we're trading life every turn for cards. In this case, dudes. But I've been liking it so far. It plays a little differently without the remands, even though it's just remands, but it plays a little less. The early games tend to be a little less about leaving mana open on your turn and trying to do everything on their turn, and sometimes just doing things when you get the chance, which is a little bit harder to get used to, but the deck plays a lot more aggressively now, I think. I kind of actually want to even up the removal count by another piece or two, but I don't know how to make room for it, so I don't know. I don't know how to do that yet. Like I could see going down to 24 lands, but not having a draw engine, that makes me a little worried because I tend to just have so many mana problems. with hitting my 4th land drop already, that going down to 24 doesn't feel right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to try, but this is what I'm messing around with right now. Sideboard changed a little bit. I completely cut the tech edge, 100%. Once I cut the one from my main deck, um, once I cut the tech edge from the main deck, I liked having one in the sideboard, but kind of decided that just trying to rely on one wasn't really worth it. So I just cut it to make room. I'm back up to 2 death marks. I'm up to 2 flash freezes right now. Part of that is because burn is so popular online that it just feels like having another way to stop their entire deck felt worthwhile. But I mean, it's decent against pod too because it hits all the green targets that are worth having. You can bring it in versus escape shift, stuff like that. I'm also messing around with the one of Memoricide. The guy who took 2nd place at the SCG DC in the Modern Open on Sunday, he had Memoricide in his sideboard also, and I started thinking about it and thinking like, okay, I like the idea of it, especially because I do have a bad scape shift matchup, so being able to randomly be able to rip their scape shifts out if you get an opening seems awesome, really. I figured it can come in against some of the other decks that you really just have certain cards you don't want to deal with. I haven't decided if I'd bring it in against Pod or not, but I'd like to think that bringing it in against Pod might be worth it on the play, where I could, if they've already resolved a Pod, I don't have to worry about naming the Pod, but I can get rid of like the Kitchen Finks or the hell, even the Red Cap, since the Red Cap's one of their few outs to Sower. Just depends on kind of how the match goes. I just don't know for sure if that's what I want for Pod, but I feel like it's probably good. I mean, it's obviously good against Scape Shift if you can resolve it, and then there are a couple other decks that it's probably worth bringing it in for. Um, I'm just kind of testing it. We'll see. Let me go update my tapped out page real quick. I'm probably going to be playing in the daily here at in a half hour. I took a break for a couple of days because I got really, really super tilted. Um, like super tilted after last weekend. I just had a really bad run. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. So let's see what we did. It wasn't creepy. Okay, we added 1 times vendetta. 1. I don't know how to do far and away on here. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that'll read. Let's see. How do I find this stupid split card? Does anybody know how to find split cards on No, I'm not going to the modern event at Gamers Guild today. I have to work in the morning and I don't want to be at Gamers Guild till who knows how late. There was space. Yeah. And then the sideboard change. Oh shit. That's actually in the main deck, so I gotta figure out what else moved. And then sideboard was, this went to 2. Those went away. Relic, 2 solar, 1 spellskite, the deck edge went away. Black Suns, the Dark Blast went away. Crafters there, relics there. Shadow it out. And north side, north side. 15, 25, 30, 36, 40. I have too many cards now, right? Am I correct? Cryptic 2, just remember 1 far away, 2 Rayman. Raymans are actually not there at all. There's a Slaughter Pact. That's alright, there we go. Okay. There you go, Tippa. Sorry it took me so long. Couldn't remember all my changes, even though I have the stupid list right here in front of me. Yeah, so anyways, this is what I've been messing with. I don't know, like I said, I do think I kind of want to find a way to fit in another removal spell. Put me up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd like to go up to 8. That's 10 with lilies. Not sure what I could cut. I'd consider an Inquisition, probably. For most likely another Vendetta. Just for another 1 mana removal spell. The only problem with that is that it gives me 3 things that don't hit black creatures. And while that's not super relevant, it does make it so it's hard to kill like Bobs out of Jund, which are something that you generally want to kill as quickly as possible. So it's probably not a Vendetta as the right card. It might actually be like a one of Go for the Throat. Because that's only loose in Tron, against Tron and against Affinity. And I have such a bad Affinity matchup that who cares if I have another bad card against Affinity. And it sucks against Tron because sometimes you need to be able to kill that worm coil or something, but it'll just get boarded out for any of these other things anyways. Yeah, I don't know. I even own Go for the Throats. I do. Alright, let's try it. We're going to try it in the daily. Go up to 8 removal spells, 10 with Lily. We'll try that for the daily today. I guess I'll update tapped out just to be correct. What did I cut? Inquisition. Alright, there you go. That's what we're going to play today. I've had too many games where I wasn't drawing removal when I needed it. And that's part of the reason why I'm trying to lean on a little bit heavier removal suite and less early counter magic. Because the early counter magic just gets worse as the game goes longer, and the games always go longer. And I'd rather just be able to just kill more things more often, I think. And I think that'll help like the pod matchup a little bit. To just have a higher density of kill spells to be able to keep them off of their early enablers. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go ahead and queue up for the daily. I personally don't like 3-color fairies. I just don't think we have a reliable enough way to gain life back to be able to handle a shock fetch base plus Bitter Blossom. Um, I think like an Esper Flash deck might be viable, but I don't think it'll be super fairy oriented. I think it'll be more of just Esper Flash, like American Flash, but cut and burn for everything. Now see, Tifa, that's how I felt about Vendetta 2, but then I started thinking about it, and how many times am I forced to dismember on turn 1 to kill a Noble Hierarch against Pod? And you have to do that. If you have it in hand, you have to do that. You can't just give them a free turn 2 Pod or a turn 2 Kitchen Finks. And then you're only losing 1 life for your mana. I don't know. That's why I'm testing it. There's only as a one of right now, but I just kind of want to see how it plays out over the next week or so. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking at options because our removal suites are a little limited. Um, but yeah, I just remembered that Tippos doesn't have sound on, so he actually can't hear me explaining this. And Boitana, um, I will be running polluted deltas and blue black fairies. I don't know if I'm going to run all 4. I still haven't really sat down and figured it out, but I think it would be wrong to not run at least like 3 of them, just to increase the odds of not getting screwed by random blood moons. I've lost plenty of games that I should have won because they were able to sneak a blood moon through and then I could no longer do anything. So, not sure how I'm going to make that mana work yet. I don't know exactly what I'm going to cut. It'll probably be some number of River of Tears. Um, right now I'm leaning to 3 polluted deltas, potentially the 4th, but that I'll probably wait until they come out and I get some time to actually test them to try that out. We'll do a practice game while we wait for the daily to start. Did I join the daily? I probably should make sure I did that. Okay. I fucking hate that. Come on. It's so hard to remember the way I have this set up. I'm on the play. Oh look, I have Vendetta and Dismember. Normally I'd like to play the Secluded Glen here, so it's untapped on next turn. I'm just going to play this, that way I have Vendetta up if he has any turn 1 creatures. And then next turn, if I happen to need to have two lands up, I can always just reveal the Mistbind Click. And it's going to be a while before that Mistbind Click matters, so showing him that in my hand isn't that big of a deal. Ooh, this looks like it might be Scape Shift, Breeding Pool into Serum Visions. That screams Scape Shift. Means I'm probably going to have a lot of dead draws here. The upside is, if I can land Lily by turn 3 against Scape Shift, I'm in a really good spot. He did top. That's not pleasant. I'm not going to have to kill anything. I don't need to play that untapped. If I have to kill something, I still have the Vendetta. And if I have to kill something, it's because he's throwing down like a Sakura Tribe Elder or something. Yeah, and he is. I'm just going to Vendetta it. He's just going to sack it, so it's just a free way of keeping him from doing damage to me. And then I get to resolve Liliana here, and then we're in a pretty good spot. Oh wow, he let it die? That's kind of interesting, I guess. Okay, we get to resolve a Liliana here. That's really good for us against this deck. Losing the Dismember, it's not useful here. I'm assuming this is Scape Shift. I mean, Sakura Tribe Elder, is it Charm, Serum Visions? Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, he must have F6'd, then got punished for that Sakura Tribe Elder there. Alright, Search for Tomorrow is now going. I am revealing the Bitter Blossom. Playing the Bitter Blossom is worth doing. The problem is, if I want a +1 Liliana here, which I do, I have to lose either the Mistbind or the Spell Stutter, and I don't know which one's worth losing. Bitter Blossom resolving gives me a clock, so losing the Mistbind's probably okay. I would rather keep the Mistbind, but I think Spell Stutter is a little more live right now. And I guess I could have just -2 Liliana and make him sack the Tribe Elder, just so that's no longer a concern. But I don't know. I don't think I want to lose the. Yeah, see, I'll play that game. That's fine. He only gets to do that once, and I had Bitter Blossom tokens to block forever. He is electrolyzing. Unfortunately, I can't Spell Stutter that. He's probably going to redirect to Lily. He needs to get Lily as low as he can. There. Now I'm in a pretty good spot. Let's see what I draw. We are just ditching the land here. If I just try and counter this? I think I can just try and counter this that way. Keep him a little bit farther behind and let Liliana keep his hand empty. That sucks. That's unfortunate. I kind of figured that might have happened, but I didn't expect him to have another Electrolyze in hand. And once again, he's not sacking the Tribe Elders. That doesn't make sense to me. But he's protecting something in his hand. Because he didn't play that. He didn't play a land last turn. I mean, assuming he might have either a Cryptic or... Do you have Cryptic mana? 1, 2... Yeah, he has Cryptic mana. So this could be a Cryptic bounce on Lily. Which is bad. He could have done that in response to me playing the discard. I think Guru lands online are cheap. Okay, he's got no cards in hand, so he's hoping to just top deck the Escape Shift now. Means I need to draw a counterspell. Yeah, I'm dead if he top decks Escape Shift. It's probably worth just losing my other Lily here to uptick that Lily. If I can get her to 6 and split his lands before he top decks Escape Shift, we just win, I think. So we just need to hope he doesn't hit Escape Shift. He's going to snap Cryptic right now. I don't think he understands that he can wait until I plus Liliana. That's interesting. I'm going to attack first. He's probably going to trade here, I would assume. Since I drew the Cryptic, I actually don't need uptick my Liliana here. Like, I can even let him Cryptic and bounce it and draw a card. Because I can sit behind my Cryptic, he would have to draw the Scape Shift and a Counterspell off of the Cryptic draw plus his draw step. It's probably smarter here to just Cryptic counter this and bounce one of his lands. Because then, I guess he can still just replay the land, right? Oh, I can bounce the Breeding Pool. Okay, never mind. He doesn't have double. I guess he still has double green. Shit. I think it's better to just do this because he has to hit the exact right 2 cards here. He has to hit a Counterspell plus the Scape Shift in 2 draw steps. Yeah, he did. Okay, we'll go to game 2. Hey, Blue Stalker. Yeah, I took a couple days off. Trying a slightly different build. I've made a couple of changes. The daily starts in like 4 minutes. This is just a practice game. We want negate, negate, flash freeze, shadow it out. What we want to lose. Water pact is probably okay. Uno más, uno más. This is probably just a dismember. No, I wasn't fed up with modern. I was fed up with the fact that I ran into just a shit ton of burn decks and a bunch of decks that just drew perfectly every fucking time I played them. It was more than a little frustrating. So. But I took a couple of days off, see where I'm going. And like I said, I'm queued up for the daily right now. Yeah, Dark Slick, Thoughtseize. I had the Shadow It Out for the Search for tomorrow. Or the Flash Freeze for the Search for tomorrow. Anger the Gods, Anger the Gods. Serum Visions, Serum Visions. This hand is, those Anger the Gods are going to sit there for a long time. They're not doing a whole lot. So I'm going to rip his Serum Vision, just one of his Serum Visions. Like, I don't have anything that's scared of Anger the Gods right now, so. He's, yeah, see, he would have been able to double Serum Visions this turn. So long as he didn't hit. So I'm playing the island, so that way I can Shadow It Out his Search for tomorrow. Because he had to have drawn a counter spell out of that Serum Visions or the draw step. And this is effectively countering Search for tomorrow. If he didn't draw one of his counter spells, and if he did, it's not that big of a deal, because yeah, see, he had that, but he's now tapped out for the turn. Well, he has 1 mana. Plus if he drew a land, so. And this also messes with his Scry, which he did top. I guess it didn't matter what he did since he knew it was Search for Tomorrow. That's a decent draw. But he's got Cryptic mana now. He's got the Scape Shift. But he doesn't have any counter magic to protect it. I'm just taking a Tri-Builder. We need to slow him down. Hey, what's up, B? The daily's going to start here in a few minutes. This is just a practice game. Game 2 against Scapeshift. My daily just started. Looks like I won the die roll. Alright, let's hope we get lucky here. Get some good hands. That's a really good hand, especially on the play. I think we might have been able to win that. He didn't have a lot of action. We didn't have any threats, which is unfortunate, but he wasn't going to be doing things for a while, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's see what we're playing. We're playing Amulet of Vigor combo. I do not like this deck. We have a really aggressive hand though, so we can probably just race it. I kind of want to take the Summoner's Pact, but I don't have a way to stop the Azusa, and that sets him really far ahead. His game plan may turn into ramp up to Hive Mind and Summoner's Pact me, which isn't good. But the Azusa, I don't have an answer for her yet, and it lets him ramp up to the Hive. I'm taking the Summoner's Pact. It does more work. I have Cryptic. Deck, do not stick me on 2 lands and stop today. If my deck does this today, then I might seriously be taking a break from Moto for a week or so. There's no excuse for me not drawing lands when I'm running 25 in the main deck right now, and come on, land or Spell Stutter Sprite. These are our options. I'll take land. I'm gonna Vanillion click him on his draw step so I can get rid of the Azusa. Otherwise he's gonna get to cast it this turn. He's got double Hive Mind. Yeah, we're just gonna shift the Azusa here. Hopefully I'll get lucky and I'll hit one more land and I can sit behind this Cryptic and these double Scions and just make a super quick clock of this game. Land drop, land drop, land drop. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now we're in the driver's seat. If he tries to do anything next turn, it gets Cryptic. Otherwise, end of turn Scion. And then I have a lot of power on the table. One, two, three, four. But he can try and Hive Mind me next turn. Summerbloom, no, we are countering that. I'm going to counter it, and I'm going to bounce his Boros Garrison, because it sets him back multiple turns. Okay, I have no plays. but I don't think he's doing much his turn, so I'm running this out just to increase the clock. And I think I can just kill him next turn. He's gonna take 8 here. Yeah, he just dies next turn. Yeah, this is a super aggressive hand, and I got lucky and hit my land drops, which doesn't usually happen for me. But, hey, what's up, Perry? This is round 1 of the daily. We're playing Amulet combo. He's got a Slaughter Pact. He's going to Slaughter Pact my Scion of Una and get punished for it because I have my other Scion of Una. So, we go on to game 2 now. I think he just realized that even doing that means he loses another land next turn and we can't win from there. So, we want flash freezes. We want negates. Do we want negate? What do you guys think? Do we want negate against this deck? Dismembers aren't good enough. Smothers are a little loose. Shadow It Out's probably good. Sowers are probably decent here. Batterskull shouldn't matter. I'm almost tempted to go for the Memoricide. If I can hit the Memoricide before he goes off and I just name Prime Time, I don't think his deck can win, right? I mean, it's probably worth just throwing it in there on the off chance you get lucky. I mean, I guess his deck can still win with Hive Mind, but that's a lot looser. So I need to cut 3 cards. Vendetta probably can get cut. Like, relying on having a kill spell for Shadow Doubt's probably not as good as I'm thinking. It stops all his Summoner's Pacts. Actually, what I can do is the Go for the Throat can come out. The Far Away can come out. Death Marks are probably better. They're a little slow. No, they're probably too slow. Do I want to just rely on a Slaughter Pact? That seems loose. I think I need to have at least another way to kill a Prime Time. Um. You think Lily might be too slow? I'm okay with that. Especially on the draw, yeah. Lily's too slow on the draw. I'm going to bring in one of the Death Marks. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't thinking, oh wait, I'm on the draw, so you're correct. Lily's probably just way too slow on the draw. If he has any kind of a decent start, I get punished way too hard by trying to go on the Lily plan. There's the list we're playing with today, guys. Ooh, this is tempting. I have Go for the Throat if he gets an early Prime Time. I have Memoricide if he doesn't and I hit my land drops. Like, I have a lot of hate cards for him. It's just very reliant on hitting my land drops. I'm on the draw, so I think I'm going to go for it. Ooh, Leyline. That means Memoricide doesn't work, huh? And he's got a turn 1 Amulet. Wow, this is going to be pretty dirty. Oh, we're hitting our land drops. Perry, I can't cast Memoricide with Leyline in play, correct? He's copying my Secluded Glen. Oh, I should have played Mutavault. The upside is that means he doesn't have green. He kept that hand because I had Leyline. He went bottom top. I have Flash Freeze to stop an Azusa or a Summer Bloom. Yeah, I thought that's how it worked. Yeah, we are Flash Freezing the shit out of this, sir. Okay, now we have Spell Stutter if he has another Summer Bloom, or I don't know what else. I don't know what his 1 and 2 drops are. Okay, I can't stop an Azusa. Because it's 3. I would have to wait till next turn to be able to stop an Azusa. So I guess he gets Azusa. If he pumps out a Primetime this turn, I get to steal it with a Sower of Temptation next turn, which is pretty sweet. Oh yeah, I guess I could kill it right now with the bounce trigger, and so if I kill it now, he still can't play. He's already played his 2 lands though, didn't he? The 2 additional. Or no, he's still got 1 more land he thinks he can play, right? So if I kill it now, yeah, we're gonna do it. Ooh, Deathmark was a pretty good draw. Would have liked another blue land so I could have Cryptic up. But this does give me Spell Stutter for 3. Oh, I should have Memoricided him. God damn it. No, I guess I can't. You're right. Never mind. Never mind. What'll be nice is if I can hit my other blue source for Cryptic Command to be able to Cryptic bounce the Leyline and untap and Memoricide. If I can hit another land drop, I can Mistbind click him. I'm tempted to run the Spell Stutter out just so I have a clock, and then I also have a Mistbind target. He's just getting to the point where he's going to go for the hard cast. I want to have a clock out that I can Mistbind. Because he basically has to have a Pact negation. And they only run, I think, 2. Otherwise, this is just a Time Walk. And I could use a Time Walk right now. Yeah, I wish there wasn't such a big stream delay here, Blue Soccer. Oh shit, I can't even tap his lands, huh? Fucking Leyline, man. Oh well, it's a better clock. Since I can't cast these cryptics in my hand anyways. Like, we get punished by Hive Mind Pact. That's just a loss. There's nothing we can do about that. I think that's what he's setting up. Yeah, he's setting that up. Or he's just going to pact out a prime time right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he's got another bounce land in his hand. Okay, so he's gonna try and he's gonna go for the prime time plus Slayer Stronghold next turn. So I really need to hit a blue source. Okay, yeah, I need to hit a blue source here. Another Mistbind Click is not good enough. I mean, I can survive a hit from a prime time, or can he just go off? Like, if he can't kill me next turn, I can take a big hit and then sower his prime time. I don't know why he Summoner's Pacted that turn, too. Now he's going to tap a bunch of his mana here. Like, he doesn't even have enough mana right now to play the prime time. Yeah, I think he realized that he fucked that up. Okay, well, we went round 1. Yeah, when I might not have played that Mistbind Click out there if I'd have realized that the ley line did that. Like, that was just one of those, like, oh yeah, huh, it does that. There we go. I'm just going to throw that right there. At least it was a nice quick daily. Hold on, my wife's texting me. Anyways, I'll bring up the list for those of you who don't feel like clicking on that link. Here's the list we're playing today. This is what I've been messing with off and on a little bit the past couple of days. Oops, that was the wrong button. Like I said, I think that should be a decent matchup for us anyways, just because decks like that kind of just rely on one threat aren't too bad for us. When they get ugly is when they like have a turn 2 prime time. But when combo decks in Modern have their nut draw, I don't think anyone really beats them. So worrying about that just doesn't matter. Since we have a long time before the next round, I'm actually going to go ahead and restart the client now, just to free up that whatever extra memory it's wasting because the client is stupid sometimes. Blue Stalker. Go into your tapped out for that page and go to the edit for the settings for it or whatever, and make sure that it's not set to private because your link is not coming up. You might accidentally, when you first make the link on there, it comes out set to private. So you always have to go through and check it to make sure that it's not private, so that way other people can view it. I'll be back in just a second, guys. I'm going to step away for a minute and go check on my dogs real quick. And then I'll take a look at your list when I get back, okay? No, stay. Hold on, Wolf. I gotta get this on her. Wake up. Alright, you go fight. Fight it. Alright, sorry, I'm back. I forgot I had to take the other dog outside, so it took me a couple more minutes. Let me see the deck now. How easy has it been to cast that one of Grixis Charm? That would be my biggest worry, is it looks very, very difficult to be able to cast. Same with the Sowing Salt. I think double red's probably difficult. The deck does look like the power levels there. Like, it definitely shores up the early game due to the leaks, or the bolts and the terminates and the electrolyze. Yeah, it looks like the biggest issue is the cutting the mutavaults. It's necessary, I get it, but it really makes your misbinds very weak, I think. Oh wait, you don't even run Bitter Blossom, do you? Oh, never mind, there it is. This thing sorts it weird. Yeah, I could see this being decent. I bet you, do you just auto lose to burn? I mean, I'm assuming, because I have trouble with burn at a dedicated two-color list. I don't know, it looks decent. I'll probably mess around with some other ideas like this too once the lands are modern legal and I pick some up online. I already have all my Scalding Tarns and stuff like that, so like I have all of the red pieces of this except for Terminates, and Terminates are not expensive. I don't have an Olivia, but I don't think she's that bad. I do like the idea of an Olivia if you go with the red splash though. I do like that Engineer Explosives gets better by having a third color. That's probably the biggest bonus. Yeah, I don't think you could run discard anyways in a three-color version of the deck. I'm pretty sure that's what has to get cut to make room for your extra kill spells from the red. Yeah, Chalice on one stops burn, but I mean I guess it doesn't stop anything in this list except for the spell snares, which is negligible. It could be something interesting to try. I've considered it actually just for online with this list, running like two Chalice of the Voids in the sideboard just because there's so much burn online. Be able to cut all my one drops and throw in a couple of Chalices along with everything else. Just because it makes winning the burn matchup a hell of a lot easier when you just don't have to worry about them having 1,000 1-mana 3 damage spells sitting in their frickin' hand. We've still got a bunch of time until the next round. I'll go do like a turning practice room. Just something simple. I don't like doing two-mans in between rounds because my deck tends to play longer games. I don't want to be stuck double queued in a match that I can't just drop. Yes, I would like to play first. It's keepable. I mean, it's a little loose because it's only two lands and a 3-drop and two 4-drops, but it does have a turn 2 Blossom on the play. And then go for the throat is a little bit extra action if I don't draw lands right away. I'm going to keep that. Delver. There's an argument here to just go for the throat this now, but if it doesn't flip on turn 1, I'm in a really good spot. Because he can't handle the Bitter Blossom. He has to just... He's basically forced to race now. Shivan Reef tells me that this is probably the Young Pyro version. I'd rather save the go for the throat for the Young Pyro anyways, so... Did he keep a one-lander? If he kept a one-lander, we're in a really good position. He went bottom top. Okay, he had... Okay, that's what his problem was. Oh, we're just Liliana-ing here. And -2ing and killing the Delver that way. That way, if he wants to burn a burn spell to kill Liliana, it costs him an extra card. And then if he doesn't have it, Liliana gets in, and Liliana becomes very difficult to deal with. For anybody just joining us, we're just in the tourney practice room waiting for round 2. We won round 1 of the daily. So this probably kills the Liliana. It makes it, because he had the Pyromancer, it made it not as bad. But I'm just going to go for the Pyromancer on my turn. And then I have a token to block his token. I have no other action. I don't even want to bother pretending I have something. I'd rather just start getting damage in. Since I do have the Bitter Blossom on the table, it means we're in a racing situation anyways, and he's a Snap Bolt deck, so it's better to be aggressive here, I think. I'm blocking, just taking his threats off the table, that's all. I have plenty more tokens where that came from. Ambitions, bottom, top. Ooh. We have a very, very powerful hand here. I'm going to start running shit out, just for the sake of running it out. Start burning through counter magic in his hand, etc., etc. Mistbind Click will probably be the last thing I run out. I'm going to up. Or, I won't even draw a step. What's he going to do? Yeah, okay, so he wants to play Bolt. There's an argument here to Cryptic and bounce his Sulfur Falls. It counters the Bolt, sets him back. He can't even replay the Sulfur Falls tapped. I don't need to draw another card right now. I have a pretty stacked hand, so I don't care about him having mana. I get punished if he has a Spell Pierce, which the Young Pyrolists do run, I think, 1 or 2 Spell Pierces. No, he's just gonna bolt me again. That's fine. Because we set him back pretty far with that. See, if I'd have responded with the V-Click, it would have got bolted again. Which is fine, it was a bolt not going to my face. Now we're in a decent spot. We can see what he has and have V-Click to take something else. So, the Inquisition, yeah, that's game. Cool. Okay, let's see. We want the Engineered Explosives here. We want the Grafdiggers and the Relic. Turns off his Snapcasters. Spellskite's probably decent. Black Sun I tend to bring in here. Because if they get a little crazy with their tokens, that solves that problem. We're going to bring the Lilies out because they are a little slow. We're going to bring the Thoughtseizes out because Inquisition hits everything that needs to be hit here. And then I'm going to actually cut Cryptics. I'm going to leave 1, but they're very slow and they run a lot of cheap counter magic, so Cryptic becomes very hard to resolve. I have to cut 3 more. more. I can cut a Mistbind. It sucks to lose some threats here, but Mistbinds are a little bit harder to resolve without a Bitter Blossom. And 2 more. Dismember, yeah. Dismember can probably be the cut. I do still have Slaughter Pack, Far Away, Vendetta, Smothers, and Go for the Throat, so that seems okay. Just, it's nice to have the extra kill spell density in case he has an aggressive hand that starts off like Delver into Young Pyro. This hand is very slow. He's keeping his. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is just a little too slow for me. That's better. Much better. Even better now. Oh wow. So let's see what he kept. All right. Well, we got a Spell Pierce out of it, so that's fine. We just don't get to see what he has. I'm expecting a. Okay, I was kind of expecting a Young Pyro there. I'm going for it. This is one of the situations where he has to have a snare or another pierce. Yeah, he didn't have it, so we're in a really good spot now. He gets basically 1 turn, and then I get to sit behind these Spell Stutters. And if things do happen to get out of hand, I can always reset the board with Black Suns now. Not worried about Grim Lava Man. Oh man. It would have been nicer to hit a land drop there so I could have multiple options up, but I'm kind of feeling like he's thinking he's gonna just be in race mode here with Grim Lavamancer and Burn, but that's not gonna get him very far, I don't think. The fact that he only has 1 red is really good for us too. I could play the EE on 1 here. It just shuts off that Grim Lavamancer, and then I still have Spell Stutters up to protect it or to do anything else. I'm going to go ahead and go for that. And if he wants to counter it, I might just let him. I think I just let him. Now I have 3 Spell Stutters. And if he wants to counter the Spell Stutter, then he probably can't Lava Man me. Yeah, see. So I cost him 2 cards and saved myself 2 damage and didn't really do anything that's making it harder for me to win here. I win a race against a Grim Lavamancer here. So I'm really not that worried about it. Especially with a hand like this, he isn't resolving things. 1, 2, 3. I could just flash freeze this, but I think it's funner to spell stutter it. And by funner, I mean way more awesome. Plus, it does increase my clock, yeah, and then it just ends the game. Oh, that was a nice quick one. Looks like we still got about 10 minutes left in the daily. That's not really enough time for me to want to go queue up another match. At least not at Fairies. Fairies, that was a very quick Fairies match, but yeah, it's they're not always that quick. Most of the time they're not. I don't want to get locked into another game. Even just a tourney practice game that I have to just turn around and leave. I mean, I guess I could as Storm. We'll do Storm. We'll do a really quick game of Storm because it'll be over quick either way, most likely. And I don't care if I have to leave in the middle of a Storm game. I don't think most of my opponents care if I have to leave in the middle of a Storm game either. Round 1, we beat the Amulet of Vigor combo. We 2-0'd him. Oh, this had a land. That has a lot of lands. I'm going to keep that. It's got cantrips, Ascension, land. Ooh, it's Tron. We can beat Tron. I'm still playing Fairies. We're just doing a quick Storm match for funsies, really. Well, because there's only like 10 minutes left in the round on the daily, so I didn't want to get involved in a Fairies match. So I just loaded up a Storm match because they're quick and easy. Fedic Prism, that's different. Hold on, my dog's barking his head off. Okay, so I'm just gonna go grab the mountain. And we're gonna drop the Ascension at any time. I guess it could be like a Cart Clan version of Tron. I think we're fat. Oh, that sucks. That's a little worse. Main deck Relic of Progenitus. No, it's regular Tron. Main deck Relic of Progenitus is gonna make this awkward though. Oh, we're not done yet. We're gonna get one counter on us because he hasn't. I'm gonna get to at least cast it. He has to blow it now. I don't think they do. There, we got one counter. I'm taking the Gitaxian Probe. I'd like to take the Past in Flames because we could potentially force it. Like we can force the relic here pretty quick to get blown. I'm holding the Gitaxian Probe in case I get lucky and draw a second one. I'm going to end a turn Ravings here and just hope we don't lose the Probe or the Morphos, but we got 2 lands that we could hit, plus 2 randoms, so... He's got Tron. Arn? Looks like we still got about 5 minutes left before the daily goes to the next round. When the daily starts, I'll just drop this match and we'll go play fairies. I'd much rather be playing fairies right now, so... I don't know if they always run Relic main. Ooh, Oblivion Stone. Well, that gets rid of the Relic. Oh good, we just lost the land there. So he's a mana short of blowing the Oblivion Stone right now, correct? My life total doesn't really matter. When he kills me, he's just going to drop something huge and fat, and... Oh look, he does have a Karn. That Relic. I think I could potentially just kill him here without the Relic. I could just flashback the Ravings, I think. I guess I can wait until he tries to doing something. Because right now he can't Oblivion Stone me. He's only got 1, 2... Oh no, he's got enough. No, he's only got 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can't Oblivion Stone me, but he can Relic me, which makes this Past in Flames not good. Otherwise, I could Ritual, get an active Pyromancer's Ascension, Past in Flames. I think I'm still mana short. If he didn't have the Relic, yeah, I could Ritual, get the active thing, Flashback Past in Flames, or Ritual, Manamorphose, Flashback Past in Flames, then go haywire. So, unfortunately, I have to give him another turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he plays Karn next turn, he can't Oblivion Stone me still. I'm gonna flashback Desperate Ravings here. It gets a little loose because I kind of want to keep most of these cards, but he might just blow up my Pyro's Ascension here with the Karn, which is reasonable. He's forgetting to even use his Relic, which is awkward for him. Now he's gonna go for my hand. So he's still got the mana for Relic. Okay, now he's got... he still doesn't have O-Stone. Oh, we're gonna flashback the Ravings and see what we get. Oh, great. That sucked. Huh. I wonder what kind of shenanigans we can get into here. He can't blow the O-Stone, so we get a active Pyromancer's Ascension. If he messes up and blows the relic now, we still have a little bit of a chance. It's not the best chance, like we have a lot of mana right now. Shit, we have a ton of mana right now. Unfortunately, the second we try and Past in Flames, he'll blow the relic. And then we're screwed. And the next turn he'll eat the Pyro's Ascension. Like, unless he's just not paying attention. Should we just go for broke? The match is going to end in a second anyway, so. Because the daily's going to start, so. Always yes, always yield. I'm going to Pyretic first, because then I have Desperates that I can splice, because I'm going to have infinite mana. Sleight of Hand doesn't show him. See if he's paying attention. If he's not paying attention, we have a chance. I really don't even have time to play another match here. I shouldn't, but YOLO. I'm just gonna drop. The daily starts in less than a minute, and I don't want to be trying to focus on 2 games, so. Oh, come on, I said drop. What is so hard about that? Alright. Because I already had 2 Desperates in hand, I just took a Pyretic just to have a Pyretic in the graveyard. That's generally how I do it. It didn't matter because of his relic that he had out, but I will be keeping this. I have turn 2 Blossom. Let's see, I lost the die roll. I have turn 2 Blossom, not turn 3 Lily, but potential turn, like early Lily or Cryptic. And going, yeah, this is a keeper. I'll run out the island first, unless he has a way to look at my hand, just because, okay, looks like we're playing somebody. Okay, it's pod. So, I need to draw one of my 1-mana removal spells. I didn't. I do have a turn 3 Liliana, which is a little slow on the draw here. So it depends on what he does this turn. If he pods this turn, I go for the Throat the Noble Hierarch on my turn. If he doesn't pod this turn, I Liliana. I Bitter Blossom. If he pods this turn, I gotta keep him off creatures. I don't want him to pod Noble into a Voice of Resurgence or something like that and be in a really bad situation that quickly. Melira. Almost makes me feel like I need to kill Melira. Huh. He can't combo me next turn, right? If he has a land into Kitchen Finks Viscerseer, I die. Like, instantly. So I think I have to kill Melira here. I mean, I don't die, but he gains infinite life. I don't think I want to even give him that opportunity here. Yeah, if he goes land, Viscera Seer, Kitchen Finks, I mean, that means he has a pretty awesome hand, but running out the turn 2 Melira kind of makes me think he might have it. I don't know, playing the turn 2 Melira tells me he either had combo in hand or he has nothing in hand. Now it's kind of looking like nothing because he's not doing much here. Okay, now okay, he had Abrupt K. Hey, Beast Token. Yeah, Marcel, I see where you're going from. It's looking like he might have just kept a fairly loose hand, but I don't know. I didn't want to. He's Court of Calling, I think. He's in a Court of Calling for 2. No, Blue, I dropped the other match. Yeah, that means I would have been trading Lily for an Abrupt Decay and a Noble Hierarch. I don't know if that's worth it. I'm just gonna fuse this right now. We're gonna bounce the Voice of Resurgence and make him sack the Noble Hierarch. What do we do with the other way around, just that way the Voice of Resurgence is gone? I mean, he gets a token, but it'll take him a while to build the token up to matter. Yeah. How did that game, why does that game think it's still going? Yeah, I killed the Voice. Of course, he just has another one. No. We're just using Lily to kill something. Okay, he's just killing Lily. Ugh. I actually might need to click myself here and ditch the cryptic command to look for a kill spell. Or land. Jeez. I don't really want to lose the cryptic command, but I think Mistmind's stronger here. Yeah, there we go. We hit a kill spell. Now I actually kind of need the Cryptic. Might have been better to have shipped the Scion. I don't know, I'm way too far behind here. That's game. I'm not coming back from there, guys. Three more. I don't like cutting threads, but I think it's worth making the room for right now. Also, I did bring in the Sowers, which do double duty here. They only have Shriekmaw and Murderous Redcap to kill Sower. And if I happen to have a Scion out, even those don't matter. Yeah. I think Scion just doesn't do enough. I need to have more ways to deal with him, whatever he's doing. I'm gonna keep it like that. Skull is the only way to come back if the game ends up starting to go long, like with me playing the 1-for-1 with all the extra removal and stuff. Being able to follow all that up by landing a skull, I think, is worth keeping it in. I would have been better off burning the Lily early too, instead of running out the Bitter Blossom and then going for the double Bitter Blossom the following turn. You're definitely correct, Marcel. Huh. Alright, this one's a dilemma. I do have my Black Suns, and I have the mana to cast it, So I'll be able to like turn 4 Black Suns for 2 and then follow that up with a Sower. Um, Otherwise, though, this hand doesn't do a lot until like a couple of turns, which seems a little loose. Yeah, I think having the Black Suns plus the follow-up is probably worth it. I can even turn 3 Black Suns for 1, depending on what he ends up flooding the board with, too. Yeah, Black Sun's in the sideboard almost specifically for this match. I would love to draw like a flash freeze here. Hopefully we don't get turn 2 potted. There's a good chance I'm even going to run the Vendilion Clique out on 3. Ugh. Now the question is, do I run the Vendilion Clique just to see what else he's got in his hand, even though knowing I'm going to lose the Vendilion Clique to my Black Suns, most likely? Is that worth it to potentially be able to stop a pod or a, what's the other thing that matters? Well, there's a good chance I'm Black Sunning here soon. I mean, I guess I could wait till the board gets really flooded and use it to just reset and then follow up with the Sower. That's probably better. Just some damage on the clock. Orzhov Pontiff. Yeah, we can't let him have Orzhov Pontiff, so. I mean, I guess I could have let him have Orzhov Pontiff and then followed it up next turn with the Black Suns, because he'd probably just Pontiff the Vendilion Clique out of the way. But I'd rather be able to get a couple of hits in before that matters. I'm actually almost tempted to go Sower his Noble and be able to start hitting him for more than he's hitting me. Exactly. Part of me kind of wants to save the Black Suns until I can get quite a few cards for it. Or I just Sower his Voice of Resurgence. I just Sower his Voice of Resurgence here, correct? Yeah, I'm not worried about Sun Droplet. He doesn't have the mana to cast Red Cap. He has no black whatsoever. Well, now he has 1 black, so he can only blow me out with Shriekmaw right now. Yeah, and then I'm going to sit on Spell Stutter. He's potting. Oh, he's going to pot into a red cap. He'll pod Finks here, get red cap, blow up Sower of Temptation. Jeez. So he drew like amazing right here, by the way, because we just looked at his hand and he didn't have none of this. Meaning he drew the black source and then, or he drew the land, then drew pod. Well, we get a blowout here with Black Suns, so. What sucks is he's still going to get a Voice Resurgence token. I might actually just dismember it. Completely clear the creatures off the board. So I have to, what, Black Suns for 2, right? That means I'm going to take 4 damage to do this, but you got to do what you got to do, so. The upside is we still have a clock in Creeping Tar Pit. Oh, you're right, Sarah. No, I don't want him to have the creatures, blue. He's got pod. He'll just start the pod chain up. He has only 1 card in hand. So he's courting for 1. And then he's going to pod the 1 drop into another Voice Resurgence here. Yeah. I need to draw like a Grafdigger's Cage. Like now, or like a threat, like a Mistbind Click would be awesome. Kind of want to hit him for 3 here. I mean, it's only getting 2 damage through, but I think we kind of have to just raise here. I guess I probably could have attacked with Mutavault too. I don't think he's blocking here. And luckily he's out of cards. I'm actually just going to throw out the Sprite. It's not going to counter anything anyways because of the voice. And that does give me another... Yeah, I should have attacked with the Mutavault. I definitely should have. That was just a misplay. I'm going to run this out just to increase my clock. Mainly because the Sun Droplet, I need to counteract that extra 2 life he's gaining every turn. We just need to hope he draws lands here. Or we hit another good series of draws. Might have even been worth it to have left the Mutavault up just to throw as a blocker. But he's got a pod voice now. Which is fine. That turns all my spells back on. He's gonna get his stupid kitchen finks, go back to 10. He'll gain a life from Sundrop and go to 11. Depending on my draw next turn, I think everything's attacking. If he wants to trade the Mutavault for the kitchen finks, that's fine. That makes it so he can't get. Oh, he's going for the Ewit into the Voice Resurgence, right? No Cord. Pod, you guys. Yeah, he should have just got the voice and replayed it. Instead, he's going to cord out a kitchen finks. He gets so blown out if I redraw that. Like, come on, Moto, you can be nice to me one time and let me redraw that Black Suns now. If I redraw Black Suns, you guys, I will be incredibly happy, but I don't get this lucky against Pod. Pod always top decks the perfect card, and I always top deck way too many lands. I almost guarantee you I'm going to